Tell us about that. What do we?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So I talk about this in the book. And again, to show you how practical we get in this. I'm like, cool, that's nice. Like, how do I do that?
Yeah, exactly.
Three things, 3 ideas. Number one, budget tons of margin into your calendar. Right. I've had to discipline myself here. If I think it's going to take me 30 minutes to get to a meeting, I'm budgeting 45. If I think it's going to take an hour to process email, I'm going to budget 90. And Fred had loads of margin in his calendar. And it's what enabled him to slow down and be kind when he saw pain in the lives of those around you. Second, resolve to be with who you're with, right? Not only did Fred not hurry, but when somebody entered his presence, he offered them the gift of feeling unhurried. You talk to people who worked with him, he's like, Fred was never checking his watch. He wasn't glancing at the mail on his desk if you were talking to him in his office. He was fully present. They called it Fred time.
Oh, wow.
Right? When you entered Fred's presence, you entered Fred time, where time stood still and he was fully with who he was with. And then number 3, I would say this. When we do fail to be hurried, and we all fail to be unhurried, make sure that we choose the important over the urgent. Fred became way more human to me when I heard his son say that, there were days when Fred was rushing home, when he was hurried, when he couldn't do it all, and he was just rushing home in order to sit down with his family for dinner. So he wasn't successful at being unhurried all the time. But even when he failed, he always chose the important, the person, rather than the urgent task. Right? He would always say, okay, I know I'm hurried, but I am going to abandon this work at the office and I'm going to get home to be with my wife and my kids. And I think God will be glorified when the same is said of you and me.
Well,